that are having trouble learning to write, you want to look at that whole process and see, well, where are some of the blockages? Is it in the vocabulary? Because that can happen. Kids just simply don't have words to describe what they remember, see, or imagine.
Exactly.
With keyword outlines, we go a long ways to help the kids. You don't have to find the words. You can pull them out of a source text, put them in an outline now, and at least that part's done. How about then syntax? Kids who have auditory impairments, or I meet a lot of kids who are adopted, and so English is not their first language. So they're working with ESL. They may have a neurological problem on top of that, and they may not actually be confident in the English syntax, in the sentence they're creating. How do we know if a sentence is right or wrong? We run it against the database of all known sentences.
We've heard, and how we speak, and that's not always correct.
Yeah, well, and young children, they don't have a fully developed database of correct English, and then it's with language or processing issues. So, so that's another thing. Then, of course, memory, right? There's auditory processing and memory issues. And then there's the dyslexic dysgraphic. So the first thing I would say to parents is, find out where the blockage is, find out where the tough spot is, or find out perhaps if there's more than one tough spot, and then build bridges there. Build bridges there. If the difficulty,
there's steps like how you break down in your curriculum. That really helps. It helped me when I was teaching my son, because it showed me where he struggled, but yet I could say, oh, it's this area of the process, because you've broken it down into a process. And so it wasn't like just this ambiguous, okay, we're just writing a paper and we're going to write about this. But there were certain steps that we had to go through, and I knew when we hit certain places that it was going to take us longer. And so that's a good point for.
And that's why we get such a excellent result. We get all the time parents who've got dyslexic, dysgraphic kids who say, wow, this is the first thing that's really worked, because of the very tight modeling. That's what builds the bridge. If the problem is vocabulary, give the kids the word. If the problem is syntax, model it. If the problem is memory, make that available. That the keyword outlines help so much there. If the problem